Hi there crafters, it's Louise with you today. Thanks for stopping by my channel. I am sharing a paper crafting YouTubers hop for Memorydex March. Now I'm teaming with my 3 old 3 new stash busting collection on YouTube as well. So this is where I take 3 old products with 3 new products. So it's my love of shopping for new scrappy goodies with my desire to bust some of my stash. I'm not going to lie, the theme Memorydex March kind of stumped me because I don't think I've actually ever made a Memorydex. I have looked at them, I've seen them on Pinterest, I think there's a great way to use them, but for me it's never been something that I've really had any desire to do. So it was a little bit of a challenge initially, but I was super lucky that on my stash of new supplies was this Simple Stories, I think it's called like 365 Days. It's a collection kit anyway, and it had these pages in them that actually, when you cut them apart, look like pieces from a Memorydex. And so I was super lucky that that was the perfect way for me to create something. And what I decided to do was to make my Memorydex suitable to pop onto a layout. So I haven't actually got photos for this, but what I will actually do is take a photo each month and slip a photo into each section to keep a memory of sort of January to December in 2024. So it's a work in progress, that's what I'm going to call it, and I need to make sure that I do print out those photos and scrap them. I mean, if you wanted to do something like this, you could do it for, say, movies you watched, a particular trip or adventure that you had. You know, if you went somewhere each month for a year or challenged yourself to try something new, this would be a really great way to record that memory. So in my case, I haven't got any photos on this page, but the photos will go on at some stage. I just haven't decided what I'm actually going to use as yet. Now, I've tied it simply with ribbon, so I've popped some holes in it with my hole punch, just my single hole punch, because I find that I can use that a little bit more freely than if I was using a double hole punch or something like that. And for my background, I chose this Vicky Bouton pre-made background. And I did that for a couple of reasons. So the first one is that the Memorydex section of this month's challenge was kind of overwhelming for me. So I wanted to keep it simple so that I could just sit and create and concentrate on that Memorydex section. But also because it is stash busting, and I think the colours really lend themselves quite well together. So you've got that kind of grungy background, but then I've got these bright sort of rainbow colours in the actual layout themselves. Now, as you can see, I've mounted it on that rainbow pattern paper and I've left it quite loose because I need to be able to flip through. So I had to just restructure my ribbon there, but that's the benefit of using ribbon. I mean, you could use little rings, you could use twine if you wanted to. There's so many different options you could use to create something similar to this. Now the thickest sheet that you see me pulling embellishments from is actually one from my stash that I really want to get used up. I think the stickers are like super pretty, but they have been quite a struggle to use, and I think that's because my scrapbooking style is such that I'm not a huge florally kind of person, so I do find it quite challenging when an embellishment can be a little bit more on that sort of feminine or floral pretty sort of side. But it is part of the stash busting challenge that I have set myself. So I love the feeling of having a look at, you know, a pile of empty packaging because you've used up all the embellishments that are inside it. So at this stage, I'm sort of just playing around with this little cluster behind the right-hand side, at the bottom right-hand of my layout. And this is just, again, giving that visual triangle of balance where we've got the top sort of left Memorydex, which forms 2 points of the triangle, and then this bottom point of the triangle is where I've got this cluster down low. So this collection, I bought it as soon as I saw it because I'm a huge lover of simple stories, but it is actually quite challenging because it's filled with lots of colours but also lots of browns, so it can be a little bit overwhelming. Finally, for finishing my stash items, I'm going to pop a couple of little puffy hearts, and that is my Memorydex March share. So I hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.